All right, boys and girls, we're gonna color this color wheel to try to make it look like this, only using those primary colors. So I have yellow, red, and blue pencils here for you. And again, these are watercolor pencils. There are a couple of blues. If you wanna use the dark blue, that's fine. And there might not be enough pencils for every single person at your table. You might have to wait 1 second to get the color that you need. If you need to sharpen them, use the handheld sharpeners that are here at your table. Okay, and so the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start off, I'm just gonna color in the primary colors really, really quickly. And it's okay if you go out of the circle a little bit. We're not super worried about neatness on here, but you don't want to make it look crazy. But it's okay, like I went out just a little bit, that's fine, okay? Okay, so now what we're gonna do is color mixing. Now you really have to pay attention for this. We're gonna start over here with the 3 oranges. So we have red orange, orange, and yellow orange. We're always going to start with the lighter of the 2 colors. So we're always gonna start with yellow whenever we're mixing our colors. So for orange, it's an equal amount of yellow and red. So I'm gonna start with yellow. Yellow is the lightest of all 3 primaries. So I'm gonna color yellow right here. Okay, and then I'm gonna add my red right on top with the same amount of pressure. So it's like I'm adding the same amount of red that I did orange, because remember, we wanna add them equally together. Okay, now we'll be adding water to that later, but you can already see it looks pretty orange there, right? Okay, so we can already see some color mixing happening. Now let's go to yellow orange. So yellow orange has more yellow in it than it does orange. So when I add my yellow, I'm gonna really add more. I'm gonna push a little bit harder. And then whenever I add red to it, because a lot of people say, okay, well, I don't have orange. How do I add orange to it? Well, all 3 of these oranges are a combination of yellow and red. And so this one, we have a lot more yellow because it's called yellow orange, and just a tiny bit of red. So I'm very gently going to add just a little bit of red on top because there's more yellow in yellow orange. And look, you can even see it. It looks very, very similar. We didn't even add the water yet, and it looks super similar to what's here on the paper on my color wheel. Okay, now I'm gonna go on to red orange. So red orange is more red than it is yellow. So look where it's at. It's closer to red than it is to yellow. So I'm gonna always start with yellow. Add just a little bit of it. And then I'm gonna add my red, and I'm gonna push harder with the red because there's more red in red orange, right? It's even in the name. Oh wow, that looks so much like my red orange here. Okay, let's move on to the greens. So the greens are a combination of yellow and blue. So first thing I'm gonna do is I'm always gonna start with yellow, and I'm gonna start with regular green. So we're gonna color in that circle first. Okay, when you're ready, you wanna add blue on top and kind of press with the same pressure to get an equal amount of blue on top. And geez, look, I can already see it's making green here, and I didn't even add water on top of my watercolor pencils yet. It's pretty neat. All right, next we're gonna go to yellow green. So for yellow green, there's more yellow in it and less blue because we're further away from it. And listen to the name of it, yellow green, right? Okay, so I'm gonna push much harder with my yellow. Don't push so hard that you break the pencil. And then I'm gonna add blue, but just a little bit. Just a very light layer. Okay, now I'm gonna go to blue-green. For blue-green, I'm gonna add my yellow first. And then when I add my blue, I'm gonna push harder because there's more blue in blue-green. All right, wow, look at that. They look so much like the colors here. So we have blue-green, green, and yellow-green, okay? Okay, now we just have the violets left. So violet is a combination of red and blue. Red is the lighter of those two colors. So I'm gonna start with red. I'm gonna start with my secondary color, violet. So I'm gonna color red in that circle first. And then I'm gonna add blue equally on top. And I can already see my violet. All right, now I'm gonna go to red violet. So there's more red in red violet than there is blue. Notice that it's closer to red. So I'm gonna push harder with my red and lighter with my blue. If you're not sure, say the name of the color again, red violet. So just a little bit of blue in this one. Okay, wow, it looks just like this too, right? Red violet, violet, and it'll blend even more once we add water. Okay, now we're gonna go on to blue violet. So blue violet is still a combination of red and blue, it just has more blue in it. So I'm gonna add my red first. Remember, always starting with the lighter of the two colors. And then I'm gonna add my blue, and I'm gonna push harder with the blue. And there we go. Now we just have to add water. Very just gently, plain water over top of each one, cleaning our brush in between each color. And then I want you guys to write out the colors at the bottom here. And if you're like, I don't know how to spell these colors, well, guess what? They are written all out on the bottom of this card. I want you to practice spelling. I'm gonna collect these. I'm gonna be grading whether or not you wrote out the colors and spelled them correctly, because by 5th grade, I feel like you guys should know how to spell all of your colors, okay? So there's only one way to double check that you do know how to do that, and that is to spell them correctly by practicing writing them out. So red, yellow, blue, orange, green, violet, and then all 6 intermediate colors, and they have a little hyphen in between them, so you wanna write all of those out.